Hey guys, we have made it to week 4 of quarter 2. Hopefully you are staying caught up. If you're not, you might take some time this week to get caught up on your assignments. This week we are going to be reviewing order of operations because it will continue. It'll be a major component in one of the lessons that we do this week. And secondly, we are also going to look at input-output tables, which are going to also play a role in the lessons we're going to learn this week and the next week. So our current unit that we're going to be starting is going to be focusing on those algebra concepts. So it's like an intro to algebra course. Understanding what a variable is, understanding the difference between expression and equation is all the things we're going to be covering this week. So let's go ahead and get started with examples for your weekly practice. Okay, let's first take a look at reviewing order of operations. So you'll have one problem a day of reviewing order of operations. So remember, we follow the parentheses, grouping, brackets, go first. Then we take care of our exponents. Then we take care of our multiplication or division, and that is left to right. That is super important. And then adding and subtracting is also left to right. So if I'm looking at this problem, there's no exponents, no parentheses, no exponents, but we do have multiplication division. So we would need to take care of our multiplication first, which is right there. So 6 times 2 we know is 12, so we would rewrite 4 plus 12 divided by 2 plus 2. And then I still have division, so we're not done with that step yet, so I would have to do 12 divided by 2. So we have 4 plus 6 plus 2. And then adding, subtracting left to right, 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 2 is 12. So our answer would be 12 for that problem. Okay, let's take a look at one more problem. So in this one, we do have parentheses, so we need to take care of it first. So I rewrite everything else. So 6 squared minus 3, parentheses, 8 divided by 2 now gives me 9. So now I've taken care of my parentheses. We take care of our exponents. 6 squared means 6 times 6. We cover that with our exponent unit, which makes 36. So it's 36 minus 3, parentheses 9. Here's the key. We have to remember what this means right here. So we have to remember this means 3 groups of 9. So this means 3 times 9. So that would be what we do next instead of subtracting. So we would need to take care of 3 times 9 first, which would be 27. So then I have 36 minus 27. And then 36 minus 27 would be 9. And that would be our final answer for that problem. Okay, now we're going to take a look at input-output tables. Yours are going to look a little different than this. Yours are actually going to look like what you would be doing in 6th grade, which it'll be an X and a Y is what it will look like. So your input is your X, your output is your Y. And I'm going to give you an equation instead of telling you the rule is 9. But for this one, it says you input 1, you add 9, your output would be 10. So on the paper that I'm going to give you, it's going to look like this. It's either going to say X plus 9 equals Y, or it may say something like, this is your X, this is your Y. It may say Y equals X plus 4. Okay, but your Y is always going to be your output. So all of these where it says Y, those are your your outputs are your Y's, and your inputs are the X. Okay, and so you would just do whatever the equation tells you. So this was X plus 9 equals Y, so 8 plus 9, this would be 17. 2 plus 9 is 11, 7 plus 9 is 16, 6 plus 9 is 15. So, and you would do that with all of them. Okay, but I'm going to show you a few examples that you might come across with the X and Y tables that I've given you. Okay, your problems are going to look more like this type of input table. I will have numbers over here for you to plug in to the equation. So it's just like the input-output table. In the input-output table, they give you a rule. But an equation is a rule. It's telling you to find Y, right here, this is saying to find Y, I will need to do X, and then when we see that line, we should think, oh, the fraction means divided by 3. So for this first one, we would think, I need to think 3 divided by 3. What does that give me? So I'm plugging in this for the X. So 3 divided by 3 would be 1. And then I would do the same thing for the 6. I'd plug it in. So I'd have 6 over 3, so 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So that's all you are doing for your weekly practice, is you are plugging in and determining what happens. I'm going to do one more quick example with you. Okay, and there's one more type of problem I want to show you before you do your weekly practice that will come up. So this is leading us into what we are working on this week. So hopefully when you watch this and then we do it later this week, you'll be like, oh, okay, I get why she showed us that. So I'm what we call front loading. I'm preparing you for what is to come. So I give you another table, and we're going to fill in this input-output table. So our equation is y equals 8x. So something new that is maybe new for some of you is when you see a letter and a number and a variable right beside each other. So this means 8 times x. It means I have 8 x's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace my x with the numbers over here. With these numbers are going to replace the x. So this would be like 8 times 2. That would be 16. 8 times 5. That would be 40. 8 times 9. That would be 72. And that's all you're having to do for your input-output tables, is using the equation to figure out, well, what would y be if x is this number? Okay, so this is what Monday looks like. So all you are having to do in this problem is to type in here each step. So I should see, oh, I do my exponents first. So then I rewrite 6 plus whatever this exponent is divided by 3. And you can use the little slash sign as your division. And then the other part of is the input-output tables. So here's your equation. So it says x plus 4 equals y. So I'm going to plug this x in. So 0 plus 4 equals y. So 0 plus 4 is 4. So you would put 4 in the first box. And you would continue doing the same thing. So then, okay, x is 3. So what if x is 3? What would y be? Well, 3 plus 4 is 7. And you would continue doing that. For this one, you're going to use this rule of y equals x minus 9. So I plug in 10 for the x, and 10 minus 9 is 1. And that's all you're having to do this week. If you have any questions, please, please, please don't hesitate to ask. Google Meet is at 1, as always, or you can set a time to come in earlier. Have a great day, guys.